Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Emily. This is my channel, Books for Life, and I don't know what I want to read next. So I decided to do the try a chapter tag. I saw Amanda Reeds do this recently, so I'll put a link to her channel down below. You can check that out. And I am almost done with Crooked Kingdom. I have like 150 pages left. So between tonight and tomorrow morning, I'm planning on finishing it, and I'm like, what should I read next? Because I don't know. So I have 4 very different books that I am going to try a chapter, figure out what I like, and figure out which one I want to go from here. So I'm in like one of my favorite reading chairs. It's a nice big armchair, and I have a bookish blanket that I got from one of my book boxes, my coffee, and we're just gonna like hang out and figure out what book I want to read next. So the 4 books that I'm going to be trying a chapter from are The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith, which I know this is a contemporary and I know it is about a rape, so there are some trigger warnings with this. And it will be very different from what I have been reading because I've read a lot of fantasy this month, so this would be very different. Or I have City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab, which is a middle grade book and is the only middle grade book that I have pulled. Next I pulled Dry by Neil and Jared Shusterman. I have never read a Neil Shusterman novel and I've always wanted to. I have Scythe and Thunderhead downstairs in my office, and I'm not in the mood for them right now. I know there's another book that's going to come out, but it hasn't been released yet. I'm like one of those people that I like to binge read my books. So if there is going to be a huge amount of books in a series, I would rather wait until the series is like almost done before I start it, because I'm terrible about like remembering what happens and I have to go back and reread, and I don't have enough time to reread because then I'd never get through all the books that I actually wanted to read. For example, I have Renegades and Arch Enemies downstairs in my office as well, but I'm not going to start reading that until the fall when I know the last book will come out. So this, I believe, is a standalone. So I think that this is going to be the first one that I start with for Neil Shusterman. And then last but not least, I pulled Wicked Saints by Emily Duncan, and this was my uppercase and my Owl Crate book for this month. Now this is the Owl Crate cover. It's very different than the original. I am going to check in after I read a chapter from each of these books and let you know what I think, what my first impressions are, and what book I'm actually going to pick up. Okay, this book is intense right from the beginning. So I feel like this isn't a spoiler because it's literally the first paragraph is her rape. Like, the first paragraph says, I don't know a lot of things. I don't know why I didn't hear the door click shut, why I didn't lock the damn door to begin with, or why it didn't register that something was wrong, so mercilessly wrong, when I felt the mattress shift under his weight. Why I didn't scream when I opened my eyes and saw him crawling between my sheets, or why I didn't try to fight him when I still stood a chance. I don't know how long I lay there afterward, telling myself, squeeze your eyelids shut, just try to forget, try to ignore all the things that didn't feel right, all the things that felt like they would never feel right again, ignore the taste in my ear mouth, the sticky dampness of the sheets, the fire radiating through your thighs, the nauseating pain. Like, and then it goes on. Like, that's the first page. This is an intense read. I don't know if I can stomach this. Just reading that out loud, that little bit, like, it's getting me kind of worked up. I don't know if I'm up for the task. If you've read this, please let me know down below what your thoughts are. If you like this. All right, we're gonna move on. Ooh, there's a map. I love maps. So I just read the first chapter of City of Ghosts, and this is interesting. I'm kind of hooked. So the main character, her name is Cass. It's a middle grade book. I'm not sure how old she is. I don't believe they said it. She almost drowned, and this boy named Jacob, who is a ghost, actually saved her. And ever since then, she can like cross the veil between the living and the dead, or like pull the veil, like a curtain open, I guess. And so she kind of like hunts ghosts, and I think helps them like cross over. I'm not sure because I haven't gotten that far, but you know, the writing is intriguing. It is going to be a really quick read. Like the first chapter was 13 pages and I just read it in just a few minutes. So this is a pretty good contender. It's not nearly as emotional as the other book. But yeah, so I like this a lot. So the next book I'm going to try is Dry by Neil and Jared Shusterman. Ooh, I don't think I'm going to read the entire chapter because this is 25 pages and I have to go pick up my son soon. So I'm going to read the first 10 pages of Dry because this is a long first chapter. Okay, so I read more than the first 10 pages. I actually got to page 16 because this is really good. So this first section follows the protagonist Alyssa, and she's a 16-year-old girl, and it is like June or May. She's almost on summer break. I'm not sure when California goes on their summer break for school, but she's a junior in high school, and the mom was trying to like fill up the dog's water dish and the faucet wasn't working, so she like yells for her husband, and then the mom goes and she watches the news, and it turns out that they have turned off the water. So the water supply has been diminishing, and they were pulling their water from the Colorado River, but now 2 other states have said that the Colorado River is essentially theirs and they're not going to be supplying water to California anymore. Alyssa, her brother, and their uncle run to Costco and try to get some bottles of water, but they're all gone. So this is about a massive drought that hits California, and already people are like in it for themselves and are out to get others, and I can tell this is going to be a great read. The last book that I'm going to try is Wicked Saints by Emily Duncan, and we already know that this one has a map as well. So I didn't read the entire chapter. I think I will like this story when I get to it, but I can tell just from the first few pages that I'm not really interested at this moment in learning an entire new world, because I'm in Crooked Kingdom, and you know, I'm in the Grishaverse world, and I'm not feeling it. So I have to go pick my son up, so I'm not going to spend my time reading this when I have a few other things that I really have to do. This one is not going to happen for me right now. I'm definitely going to read, ooh, you can't really see this one. I'm definitely going to read this one soon, but not now. It's like too emotional for me to handle right now. Like I can't do it. Sorry, but I can't. I am definitely going to read this, though, at some point. So that leaves me with City of Ghosts or Dry. I think I'm going to go with City of Ghosts. But I kind of really want to read Dry, too. So I think I'm gonna go with City of Ghosts though, because this is a middle grade book, and I think that this will not take me very long. So if I finish Crooked Kingdom, today is Wednesday, if I finish Crooked Kingdom by, tomorrow night, I can definitely have this one done before I go back to work, which is on Monday. I think this one will take me longer to read, so I think I'm gonna go with this one. If I have time, I'll read both. I think if I can't get to this one during this month, I will definitely read this one in May, because I'm really intrigued and I want to know more. And I've heard really good things about it. City of Ghosts has one. So I'm going to begin reading this one as soon as I finish Crooked Kingdom. And if I can get through this super fast, then I'm going to pick up Dry. If not, I'm going to pick up Dry in May. This was really fun. I have never done this before. I usually just like pick a book and start reading it and then go from it. I've never like only read the first chapter from a couple of books. So this was a really fun experience for me. I like this a lot. So have you ever done this try a chapter tag? If you have, did you like it? Do you like getting like little snippets of a book before deciding to read it? Or do you like just like diving in and just going for it? Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Or how do you pick your books? How do you go about deciding what to read next? Are you a mood reader? Do you set your TBRs? Do you do things like this? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you have read any of these books, please let me know in the comments below what your thoughts were. No spoilers. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure you do. I'll be back with more bookish videos soon. As always, keep reading.